In a surprise today, every top member of Russia's government resigned. Everyone but Vladimir Putin. He's been in charge since 2000, longer than any Russian or Soviet leader since Stalin ruled for 29 years. Charlie Daggett reports on what today's shakeup means.
It's seen as a power grab straight out of the President Vladimir Putin playbook. In a shock move, Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev announced that he and the entire Russian government were stepping down.
He talks about putting these changes, these nationwide changes, to a nationwide poll. What does that mean in practical terms?
Well, I think he's suggesting a referendum because he said these changes are so serious that people should be allowed to vote on them before they come into effect. The changes that we're talking about here, as I said, one is a kind of nuanced shift in power from president to parliament, the state council and the prime minister. There are some other things as well. He's suggesting restricting the term limits of the president. So where he himself has currently done a number of terms, as you said, doing his 2 presidential terms, then stepping back into the role of Prime Minister, then stepping forward again to be President for another 2 terms now. That's allowed under the current Constitution. He's proposing to tweak it a little bit so that it wouldn't be allowed. It would be 2 terms total. So people wouldn't be able to repeat the move that he did in future. So slightly restricting the power of the President in that sense. He's also suggesting changes to who's allowed to stand for presidents. They're not allowed to have held or applied for foreign citizenship, for example. So a lot of changes like this. It's quite a sweeping change that he's suggesting, and I think that's the reason why he's suggested this referendum that you've spoken of. Of course, any democratic event like that is a huge event, so it would take some time to organise, but we have heard from the authorities that it could happen perhaps as soon as this year.